Happened to the service. But I am back here. Oops, let me change that. What is going on? Put a little retouch on. So I found the book, Think and Grow Rich. So this is gonna be the book of the month, 2026. Think and Grow Rich. We gonna try. We ain't even gonna try because I'm about to say try. We are gonna get rich in 2026. We, as in all of us, are gonna be rich in 2026. Yes, indeed. I cannot believe how I destroyed this book, though. I might have to open another copy. Wowzers! He ran into what is it? He ran $100 into millions. $100 into millions. With only $100, the desire to succeed in the principles in Think and Grow Rich was able to build an organization that now produces a gross annual income of over $36 million. That's what $100. So I guess that back then you probably need at least 10,000 now. And that's the crazy part. With the internet and everything, it's making things different. Like, I don't want to say, actually, it's making things very easy. It's easier, but the competition is like once something get hot, all the hands want to be in the pot, and it's like, wait, hold up, let this take off for a minute. And this is why you have a lot of gatekeepers for that reason, because um once that one person or whatever, things spread like wildfire, super, super fast. Especially if you post something on the internet now, people repost, and bam, everybody like, oh. So sometimes that's why people gatekeep certain things. They don't want the world to know because listen, you want to take off first, right? You want to get a little traction, a little momentum before it's like, listen, I can't bring no one on right now. Like, let me figure out some stuff that I'm doing before I bring anybody else on. So yeah, I'm about to just write a whole bunch of stuff down. Hey Artie, hey Martinez. I'm trying to look for that little chart because I'm not gonna, of course, read this whole book tonight. But I just want y'all guys to know that we are getting rich for 2026. We gonna think and grow rich. Because I had this book buried and something just told me, I don't know, I just had like a little inkling, like, let me go down, because I gotta fix my little library up. I got everything all over the place. But guess what? I knew exactly where to look for it. So you know what? We getting rich in 2026. Because you know what? Thoughts become things, right? So who in the chat getting rich in 2026? Let me put my little thing up there because I had to start this live over. Because there was a little, I don't know what was going on with the service, but this message has to reach the masses because we all going to get rich. There's no reason that any person could be complaining about money or complaining because there are so many avenues to get money. I don't know. We are definitely two different complexions. That is the first time I ever heard that. Okay, ZY? Okay, that is the first time. Artie Martinez, definitely subscribe. Yes, hit that, tap the glass. But yes, we are getting rich. Think and grow rich. And you know what? That's the thing. And it's so crazy. Let me just tell you this little story before I go back into the book. Um, Recently, this person made me feel so guilty because like I'm the type of person, if something's not going my way, or not even my way, if it doesn't feel right, how about that? If it doesn't feel right, I exit stage left. It's like, nope, this is not for me, right? But people sometimes want you just to I don't want to say be complacent, but it's like, oh, just stick it out, just stick it out, just stick it out. Like, listen, when you have that feeling in that inkling, like it's time to exit, sometimes you got to follow that because you don't want to live life with regrets. Like, oh, what if this? What if that? And so that's the thing. When you start taking more risk, you see risk, the rewards after. A lot of people don't take risks. And this is why I'm not going to say that you stuck, but what? I don't know how to say your name. My friend that's a girl wants to know if you're single. What? I don't get that. But oh, you must have came off the other live when I say, Christmas Eve, don't be worrying about anybody, you gotta be content within yourself. But that's the other live. But anyway, all right, Ziwa. I never got that before, but she looked good, so hey, I'll take it. What? Cheers to you. Cheers to you. But the topic at this moment, oh, it's pronounced. Oh, I like that. Onave. I like that. That's a nice name. Go ahead. But yeah, the topic is Think and Grow Rich. And we're going to get back into this book because what? Thoughts become things. And people be like, how do thoughts become things? I've been trying to win the Powerball, the lotto. Why I'm not getting the lotto numbers? Why I'm not getting this? But let me just tell you. Let me just tell you what I did. I promise. And I'm like, what did I do wrong? But anyway, I asked God for the lotto numbers, right? Just, I just had a pen in my hand. I was just writing numbers. I need to do this again. But anyway, I just was writing numbers. And can you tell me? Can I tell you that I did win the lotto? But it was only $28. And I'm like, God, $28? $28? But I gotta do this again because now I just remember that I asked God for those numbers because when it was like the jackpot is crazy and the jackpot is crazy right now too. It's like $1 billion. And I don't even need $1 billion. I just say like, listen, I'm good with a quick 1,000,000, 500,000. Let me start from there because it's like your capacity to receive. Because what are you gonna do with that $1,000,000 when you get it? Some people are afraid to touch that type of money because they feel like, there's gonna be so much vultures around them. Like, yo, can I get $20? Can I get this? Can I get that? And oh, I'm gonna get back to your comments. I just don't want to lose my train of thought. But yeah, so that's the thing. So everybody like playing, but it's like, do you really want to win? Do you feel like you're worthy of that? So I guess, you know, God was saying, like, girl, you ain't ready for that type of money yet. So, but listen, I'm ready now. Doo, 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 doo. But yeah, that's the thing too, because how they say it's lonely on top. Yeah, because as you climb, as you get into the 1%, the 2%, the 5%, the 20%, whatever, you find like, I'm not gonna say you don't know who to trust, but it's like you could feel the phoniest, I don't want to say phone, yeah, I guess you could say that. Be it like the phoniness of people. Like, all right, let me get to your comments. Okay. AZ White, great book. You read it many times. Yes, I need to read it again. That's the book of 2026, guys. Think and Grow Rich. We're going to be rich. And December 2026, I'm going to tell you if I got rich or not. But you know what? We all rich. If you're alive and breathing and you watching this live, you are richer than 90% of the population. I forgot how it go. But yeah, if you have a phone and you can see me right now, you are very rich. You got that money already. And Anave, I don't think that question is very important. Zion G36. Yes, it is a very good book. Think and Grow Rich isn't just about financial. Yes, it's not just about financial wealth. You could be rich in a whole lot of ways. Jesus loves you too, Mr. Jesse. Woo woo. Yeah, so stickers, put it in the chat. You already know. But let me just I was trying to look for the chart because I am not gonna read this book to you because you see how thick this book is. But we could probably do a chapter. Like I love how it goes through so many things. Like but I'm trying to find I think I already showed you this part. There are no limitations to the mind except those we acknowledge. Both poverty and riches are the offspring of thought. I think I already said that. I have that book sitting on my coffee table in the living room. I read the passage in there called Father Forgets. I don't remember that one. Father Forgets. I don't know. But yeah, I have a couple of these copies. I used to carry this book in my pocketbook a couple years ago. And I just thought about it. And I'm like, girl, you need to read this book. Because sometimes, just like watching a movie, sometimes some things you miss. When you read something again, you be like, oh, like, you understand it more. But look, the emotions of faith, love, and sex are the most powerful of all the major positive emotions. Faith, love, and sex. Wowzers. When the three are blended, they have the effect of coloring thought in such a way that it instantly reaches the subconscious mind where it is changed into its spiritual equivalent, the only form that induces a response from the infinite intelligence. Woozers. Like, I love that. How to develop faith. Faith. What is faith? To me, faith is belief. You know? Faith is like, oh, yeah, this is going to work out. This is going to work out for me. You got to believe. An idea builds a fortune. Uh, oh, guys, I'm trying to look for the chart. I thought I had a little thing in there. This book is look at this. I even have the cover all ripped up. I'm going to tape it. I'm going to tape this back together. The Graveyard of Dead Hopes. And I remember I went to church and the pastor said the greatest, all the, what is it? I forgot I forgot the saying, but the graveyard of hopes. Like some people die with, with so much regrets for not trying. Thank you, Beat Saber Block. Thank you for that. Oh, perfect. I think I found the chart, guys. 31 major causes of failure. The 31 major causes of failure. Life's greatest tragedy consists of men and women who earnestly try and fail. The tragedy lies in the overwhelming large majority of people who fail as compared to the few who succeed. I have the privilege of analyzing several thousand men and women, 98% of whom were classified as failures. My analysis proved that there are 31 major reasons for failure and 13 major principles through which people accumulate fortunes. I'm not going to read this whole thing right here, but I'm going to go through the list. The 31. Thank you, Blue Gut. I don't even know what that means. Real Meta. Thank you for that. Hey, K-pop. I'll read the passage in there called Father Forgets. Okay. I'm going to Google it. I'm going to look for that. But I'm going to go through the 31 major causes of failure. Unfavorable I can't even say that. Hereditary background. Because everybody be like, oh shoot, I was born black. Sorry, God. They be trying to blame the skin color for they failures in life. But I'm black and I'm a woman. But anyway, let's go. Unfavorable hereditary background. There is but little, if anything, which can be done for people who are born with a deficiency in brain power. This philosophy offers but one method of bridging this weakness through the aid of the mastermind. So, observe a prophet, but anyway. All right, number 2, lack of a well-defined purpose in life. What that mean? Merry Christmas to you too. Mm. Oh, Father Forgets is a passage that is in How to Win Friends. Oh, yes, I have that book too. Oh, yes, I have I don't know where. Yeah, it's somewhere in my little library. I didn't read that book. I didn't finish it. I think I read like one page. All right. Well, look, I'm okay. I'm going to go through the 31 and I'm going to get back to the chat. Lack of a well-defined purpose in life. There is no hope of success for the person who does not have a central purpose or definite goal at which to aim. So 98 out of every 100 of those whom I have analyzed had no such aim. So if you want to get rich, you have to have a well-defined purpose, goal, blueprint. What am I going to do? I'm going to build this store. I wanted this fashion store. I want it to be the hottest fashion store. What are you going to sell? What items? Who are your customers? Who are the demographics? Like, how are you going to reach those people that you want to sell to? You know? And right now it is the easiest way ever to reach your customers because we have something called the internet. Hey, Laurel Gandy, thank you for subscribing. Woo, woo, woo. Shout out to you. I wish I could put little sprinklies on there. But yeah. um what was I saying? Yeah, so we have a tool. We have the internet. Back in the days, they didn't really have the internet. They needed a storefront. They needed this, and this. Listen, nowadays, we don't even need to pay for a storefront. We don't even have to pay for rent. We have so many options just to put our products online, and bam, we don't even need the brick and mortar no more. And if anything, you can even, which I haven't done yet, but so many people using Amazon, like shipping their products to Amazon so they can handle all of that. Only thing you have to do is just market your product, you know? But yeah, that's another story. I'm not even into that, but I had a course that I did not finish. And yeah, I have a lot of incompletes, guys. I'm just telling you I'm keeping it real, but it's no reason, you know. This is how a lot of millionaires, this is how a lot of people can afford this $5,000 rent in New York City. But that's number 2. All right, lack of a well-defined purpose. So make sure you guys get your purpose. Make sure you have a pen and pad too to write this down, okay? Pen and pad. Define your purpose. What is it that you want to accomplish? Number 3, lack of ambition to aim above mediocrity. And let me just tell you, I'm one of those people that does not like to work hard. Like, I'm like, as long as I pass, as long as, even through school, you know how people be like, oh, I'm okay with a C, I pass. I don't even have to try hard to pass. Sometimes I just do the bare minimum. But, I gotta step it up some. Like, get above the mediocre, what is it, the mediocrity. We offer no hope for the person who is so indifferent as to not want to get ahead in life and who is not willing to pay the price. Sometimes it's okay to be great. I remember sometimes I didn't want to be too great because I didn't like the accolades, because I didn't want somebody else to feel like, oh, I'm trying to be better or whatever. Sometimes I just be like, listen, I ain't really trying to get all that. I don't want no this, no that. All right, let's get to number 4. I'm going to get to the chat after I'll go through the list, guys. Number 4, insufficient education. This is a handicap which may be overcome with comparative ease. Experience has proven that the best educated people are often those who are known as self-made or self-educated. It takes more than a college degree to make one person of education. Any person who is educated is one who has learned to get whatever he wants in life without violating the rights of others. Education consists not so much of knowledge, but of knowledge effectively and persistently applied. Men are paid not merely for what they know, but more particularly for what they do with what they know. You get that? So Just because you went to school does not make you educated. You know, some people, how to even put that? You need to know what to do with the knowledge you have. Because how many people with college degrees don't have a job? How many people with college, MBAs, whatever, sitting at home with mama still? I'm just saying that because you need to know how to apply that knowledge, you know? Self-made, self-education. Self-made, self-educated, like like what's his name? Mark Zuckerberg, right? All these college dropouts, Tesla got like, come on. So you already know college to me, if I had to go to school again, I will definitely try to get into one of those Ivy League schools because you want to be in that network. You want to collab with those people. It's not so much about the education, it's about who you know. Who you know is so important. Who you know, to me, is greater than wealth. I'm just going to tell you that. Even though I would love to have the wealth, but it's who you know. That is more important. Who you surround yourself with. Period. I'm gonna just say leave it like that because I don't want to give away too much, but who you know can open so many doors for you. I don't know why that just came through my head, but the floodgates of heaven will open up. But yeah, like I'm just gonna leave it like that. All right, it's 9:30. Okay, by 10 o'clock, I gotta be out of here. Lack of self-discipline. We at number 5. Discipline comes through self-control. This means that one must control all negative qualities before you can control conditions. You must first control yourself. Self-mastery is the hardest job you will ever tackle. Oops. If you do not conquer self, you will be conquered by self. You may see at one and the same time both your best friend and your greatest enemy by stepping in front of a mirror. Wowzers. Wowzers. Yes, it's 9:26 here too. Wowzers. This is so important. You need to have self-control. You know how people are locked up right now for lack of self-control? For lack of knowing how to control their emotions and their anger. They have like one little thing they can burst. It's like what they say, you poking or whatever. You poke that little bubble or whatever. I forgot the saying. But yeah. What? I don't know. I don't know what that mean, hype time. But yeah. Lack of self-discipline. I don't know what that mean. I'm not even gonna. But all right, yeah, that's another story. But yeah, make sure you know how to control yourself and control your emotions because if people know how to break you or be like, all right, I'm gonna get her. Watch, I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna say that, I'm gonna say that. Don't crumble under pressure. You need to know how to control. You need to know how to sit back and be like, all right, next. All right, you know. Some people don't know how to do that. Some people don't know how to even like okay, I'm gonna do something so simple. Like you remember back in the days if somebody stepped on your shoe and then you want to fight? What? What? Like, is that really worth it? First of all, I don't even argue with people I don't know because I don't know you. Why would I get angry with a person that I do not know? I will just ignore you. If I don't know you, like, you know, and even if I did know you and you trying to disturb my peace, the peace sign. All right, let's go to number 6. All right. Ill health. No person may enjoy outstanding success without good health. Many of the causes of ill health are subject to mastery and control. These and oh, look at this. Overeating of foods not conducive to health. That's me right there. I like to overeat sometimes. Wrong habits of thoughts, giving expression to negatives, wrong use of and overindulgence in sex, lack of proper physical exercise, and an inadequate supply of fresh air due to improper breathing. Shine the light, deuces. Yes, put that deuce sign up. That's what? But yes, this is so important. And I need a pen so I can circle this up. Boom, boom, boom. Overindulgence, if anything, is bad. So moderation is key. That's my thing. Moderation is key. And you know, a lot of people messed up happy homes because of overindulgence in sex. They, what is it called? Sex addicts. And some people don't even know they sex, but I'm gonna get, that's a different topic. Let me go to number 7. Unfavorable environmental influences during childhood. Whoop whoop. As the twig is bent, so shall the tree grow. Most people who have criminal tendencies acquire them as the result of bad environment and improper associates during childhood. Woo. That right there speaks for itself. I ain't even gonna get too much into that. Like I said before, who you surround yourself with is very important. Number 8, procrastination. Oops, somebody's trying to call me. Let me hold on 1 second. I gotta put my do not disturb on. I had to put my somebody is trying to call me. All right. Procrastination. This is one of the most common causes of failure. Old man procrastination stands within the shadow of every human being, waiting his opportunity to spoil one's chances of success. Most of us go through life as failures because we are waiting for the time to be right to start doing something worthwhile. Do not wait. The time will never be just right. Start where you stand and work with whatever tools you may have at your command, and better tools will be found as you go along. That's like taking the first step. What is it that you want to do? What is it that you want to accomplish? What do you have right now? Boo! I don't like me. I'm on live right now, right? I just got my phone. Do I have a mic? No, but I'm on live. Number 9, lack of persistence. Most of us are good starters but poor finishers. Okay, that's me. You know how many things I start and do not finish? Why? 2026? No, we ain't doing that no more. Everything we begin. Moreover, people are prone to give up at the first signs of defeat. There is no substitute for persistence. The person who makes persistence his watchword discovers that old man failure finally becomes tired and makes his departure. Failure cannot cope with persistence. You already know what that is. Consistency. Be consistent and failure is not going to show up in your life. Don't quote me on that. Negative personality, number 10. There is no hope of success for the person who repels people through a negative personality. Success comes through the application of power, and power is obtained through the cooperative efforts of other people. A negative personality will not induce cooperation. Who wants to be around a negative Nancy? Who wants to be around a negative Nancy? I've been telling people for years success comes from 5 feet behind the wall of failure. Wowzers, that's a deep one. 5 feet behind the wall of failure. That's deep right there. I think you need to copyright that. Number 11, lack of control. Sexual urge. Sex energy is the most powerful of all the stimuli which move people into action. Because it is the most powerful of the emotions, it must be controlled through, I don't know what transmutation is, guys, and converted into other channels. So we gotta go, I'm gonna go back to that and see. I guess that means, moving into somewhere else. Transmutation, like, you know. But number 12, uncontrolled desire for something for nothing. The gambling instinct drives millions of people to failure. Evidence of this may be found in a study of the Wall Street crash of 29, during which millions of people tried to make money by gambling on stock margins. Like me, I do like to play lotto. I do like to play the Mega Million. Sometimes I like to dabble in a little blackjack. But how many people do that? How many people you know who are gamblers who are rich? Put it in the comments while I drink this water. None. People usually gamble, like rich people gamble because they have the money. You're not saying like, but sometimes it could be one out of what's the odds? What's the chances? One out of a million, or one out of boom, 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 boom. What are the odds? Are you gonna be that one? You never know, because I hope I'm on that one with playing the Powerball one day. But you can't, don't bank on that idea that something for nothing. Like, oh, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do, sometimes you gotta work for it. Sometimes you gotta put that work in. Sometimes, somebody could be a little lucky, but what are the odds of that? You got 1 in a million, right? Sunlight Care Bear. Hey, Sunlight. Oh, I love that name. Number 13, lack of a well-defined power of decision. Lack of a well-defined power of decision. Men who succeed reach decisions promptly and change them, if at all, very slowly. Men who fail reach decisions, if at all, very slowly and change them frequently and quickly. Indecision and procrastinations are twin brothers. Where one is found, the other may usually be found also. Kill off this pair before they completely hogtie you to the treadmill of failure. So, indecision and procrastination. Some people who can, like, you ever met somebody, it could be so simple what you want to eat, and they don't know what they're going to want to eat. And it's like, why do I have to make that decision? You don't know what you want to eat. You need to know how to make a decision. And something so tiny, like little, indecision and procrastination are twin brothers. And listen, I'm talking to myself here too, because I'm a procrastinator. I'm not going to say I'm not really, I know how to make decisions and stick to them. Like if I want something, I can speak that. But me, on the other part, I procrastinate a lot. And as I'm getting older, yes, I learned how time is very precious. And, you want to be accountable to each hour. You want to have your rest time. You're going to do this during this time, 7 to 8, this, you want to have blocks of time of what you're doing so you can see, oh, okay, good. I'm on schedule. I'm doing this. But all right, let's go to number 14. All right, you guys are taking notes. Stickers, let me get your comment. Transmutation is the art or act of transmuting one thing into another. For example, the transmutation of lead into gold, the alchemical, I can't even say that. I know it's alchemy process that is mythological. That's transmutation, changing one thing into another form. Wow, that's deep. That is deep. Alchemy. I want to change something into gold. Give me a gold block here. I gamble my life every time I get in my car and drive out my driveway. I gamble that somebody's not going to be stupid and end up hurting me. Fear causes hesitation. Hesitation will cause your fears to manifest. Wowzers. You are so deep. You need to write a book. That is deep right there. Fear causes hesitation. That's why you gotta act out. Throw out that fear. Because that's why a lot of people don't take risks, because they be like, yo, what's going to happen if this? But you got to say, what's going to happen when I get that or this or that? What's going to happen if I don't go? So dope. Kinsey Simmons, thank you. What number I was up to? Oh, 14. One or more of the 6 basic fears. Y'all know what the 6 basic fears are, right? These fears have been analyzed for you in a lit way. They must be mastered before you can market your services effectively. So we're gonna go through the 6 fears. Number 15, wrong selection of mate in marriage. What? How many people? All right, let me just read what it says. Wrong selection of a mate in marriage. This is a most common cause of failure. The relationship of marriage brings people intimately into contact. Unless this relationship is harmonious, failure is likely to follow. Moreover, it will be a form of failure that is marked by misery and unhappiness, destroying all signs of ambition. How many times, especially with men, they just be like, listen, I just want peace. I just want to come home to peace. I know, like, and this is why I'm so fortunate about being around a lot of men in my life, because, they spill the beans. But some guys, they don't mind choosing the uglier girl for peace. Not even going to say, because beauty's in the eye of the beholder, but you can have this beautiful woman right here. Some men will choose a beautiful woman, some people, or you have this girl right here that, and they would choose that girl who's going to bring them peace. But next, I'm going to get more into that. Overcaution. Number 16, the person who takes no chances generally has to take whatever is left when others are through choosing. Overcaution is as bad as undercaution, both extremes to be guarded. Life itself is filled with the element of chance. What? Oh, thank you, 667. Woo woo. Thank you. What? Okay, Stickers has 3 books. What? That's gonna be, you got some sayings in there. Yes. What was I saying? Overcaution. Yeah. The person who takes no chances generally has to take whatever is left. Like, sometimes that's what I say. Like, sometimes you gotta make that decision, stick it through, before you be left with the breadcrumbs. Basically. Wrong selection of associates in business. Oh my goodness. Number 17. I remember my friend, he did a business deal with a group of guys. This was back in the 80s. I'll say my associate. But anyway, this was back in the 80s. And they got this brownstone, or I don't know if it was a building. It was in Brooklyn. And guess what? One or two of the people in that deal wanted to sell before the work was even done. They wanted their money. They wanted, so guess what? The other 3 didn't have the money to give the other 2. So what they had to do, they had to sell. And guess how much that building is worth right now? Millions. Thank you for my gifts, guys. I appreciate that. What? Thank you. But so you got to know how to choose your business partners, because some people don't have that access to, because some deals might take 5 years. Some may even take 1. But let me read what it says. This is one of the most common causes of failure in business. In marketing and personal services, one should use great care to select an employer who will be an inspiration and who is himself intelligent and successful. We emulate those with whom we associate with most closely. Pick an employer who is worth emulating. But I just wanted to talk about that business deal too. Wrong selection of associates in business. But and also pick your friends right. Thank you, Levi Wolf. Let me know if you guys can hear me, because my server's been acting up. But all right, we're going to go to number 18, superstition and prejudice. Superstition is a form of fear. It is also a sign of ignorance. Men who succeed keep open minds and are afraid of nothing. Wowzers. This is talking to me right now, because I'm very superstitious sometimes. I'll be like, oh my goodness, I saw a black cat. Does that mean I should stay home? Does that mean I should stay home? But I still go. So you're not supposed to be afraid, because I used to be very afraid of cats for some reason. I can be afraid of something, but people won't really know I'm afraid, because I'm like, okay, I have this poker face, like, "Psst, it is what it is. Let's go." Number 19, wrong selection of a vocation. No man could succeed in a line of end of which he does not like. The most essential step in the marketing of personal services is that selecting an occupation into which you can throw yourself wholeheartedly. How many people how many people are in jobs that they hate? How many people are just there for the money? What? And listen, I was in some places that I was just there for the money, because what? You got bills. And it's like, dang, I gotta stay at this job. No, you don't. You have a choice. And so that's why some people are so scared to take those risks and be like, listen, I'm a bet on myself. Let's do it. No, I haven't read any other books by him. I don't think. This is the only one I think I know of. Let me know if there's others. But number 20, lack of concentration of effort. The jack of all trades seldom is good at any. Concentrate all your efforts on one definite chief aim. I am all over the place. I do a whole bunch of different things. So maybe I do need to concentrate more. Focus. We got Focus 2026. The habit of indiscriminate spending. Wow, another one. Another one. Yes, I don't know where. Yeah, I spend a lot of money sometimes. But look, the spendthrift cannot succeed mainly because he stands eternally in fear of poverty. Oh, maybe not, because I spend a lot. Form the habit of systematic saving by putting aside a definite percentage of your income. Money in the bank gives one a very safe foundation of coverage when bargaining for the sale of personal services. Without money, one must take what one is offered and be glad to get it. Wowzers. Wowzers. Hey, Jimmy Dean. Woo woo. Jimmy Dean 77. Woo woo. Success through positive mental attitude. You're right to be rich. The Master Key to Riches. Oh, wow. I don't even know that book. Thank you, Stickers. You know what? Let me screenshot this right now, because, Google, I'm gonna Google it. Maybe they have the PDF up there. But let me get back to number 21. The habit of indiscriminate spending. That's 21. 22, lack of enthusiasm. Without enthusiasm, one cannot be convincing. Moreover, enthusiasm is contagious, and the person who has it under control is generally welcome in any group of people. Wow. Wow. I guess that's one of my gifts. Yes. Okay. Thank you. I'll take that. Hey, Perry. I don't know how to say your name, but hello. Welcome, guys. Show me some love. Like, comment, subscribe. Throw some hearts in, press that button. Cause I keep, I'm talking. I'm not even recognizing, make sure y'all like, subscribe, show some love. I'm on number 22 now. So if you just coming in, start the live from the beginning. Okay? I'm going through 1 to 30. How many is this? 31. So we got 10 more to go. Intolerance. The person with a closed mind on any subject seldom gets ahead. Intolerance means that one has stopped acquiring knowledge. The most damaging forms of intolerance are those connected with religious, racial, and political differences of opinion. The most damaging forms of intolerance are those connected with religious, racial, and political differences of opinion. Wowzers. The person with a closed mind on any subject. But let me just say this. I like when he said intolerance means that one has stopped acquiring knowledge. My thing is, I love learning something new. Your goal every day is to learn something new, even if it's so simple as you know, trying a new food or learning somebody's name that you don't know. It could be so simple. Thank you for coming back, Anavia. I hope I said your name right. Yes, thank you for coming back. But where am I at? Number 24, intemperance. The most damaging forms of intemperance are connected with eating, strong drink, and sexual activities. Overindulgence in any of these is fatal to success. Yes, I gotta work on my overeating, but I've been doing good because I lost almost 10 pounds. Yes, let me just, I want to shout them out real quick. Food over drugs. I did a cleanse like 2 weeks ago. I think it's about 2 weeks ago. And let me just tell you, my cravings for bread, for rice, for like all, you know, all the carb stuff is, it's not completely gone, but it's not as strong as it used to be, like for the junk. So maybe, listen, that cleanse before that new year comes in, maybe you guys just need a cleanse if you are so if you're what that say? Okay. Yeah, if you have those strong cravings, because you never know. So shout out to food over drugs. Um for those people that knew, yes, thank you, Stickers, for that. She's reading passages out of a book, Napoleon Hill, called Think and Grow Rich. Yes. I was so close, Anave. Okay. Mm. Okay, Prasha. That's good. ChatGPT is very good. And that's the thing. We have so many tools. So I'm about to start utilizing this. I'm about to let AI, I'm about to use AI to get me rich, right? We got these tools that they didn't have back in the days. How many millionaires was created in 2025 alone? How many people? It's mind blowing. So getting money, I just want to let you guys know, getting money is easy. Say that. Say that for the people in the back. Say that people in the front. Say that to the people. It's about consistency. Like, you know, God is good. I'm going to say God is good. I ain't rich yet, but God is good. I have just what I need, but I can always use some more. um Thank you, Stickers. Yes. Keep it real and keep up the good work. Well, thank you for being here and putting me on to stuff too and expanding my mind. So I'm definitely going to look up those books. So shout out to you. I hope I'm saying your name right. I think I am sick. I don't know. But yeah, shout out to you because listen, you know, we got to get prepared. The new year is upon us. It's Christmas Eve. We got 1 week left. Like my heart is like, what? Oh my goodness, Anivia. I see I'm messing up your name. I'm not even going to say it, but I just hope that was a quick hospital run. That's all I'm going to say. God is good. So you're back. You're back. That's good. Diversity is our greatest strength. Amen. Yes, it is. It really is. All right, let me go through this because it's getting late and I got to get off of this. Number 25, inability to cooperate with others. More people lose their positions and their big opportunities in life because of this fault than for all other reasons combined. It is a fault which no well-informed businessman or leader will tolerate. Inability to cooperate with others. Have you ever met somebody who is like, ooh, I'm going to stay away from you because, you know? Number 26, possession of power that was not acquired through self-effort. Sons and daughters of wealthy men and others who inherit money which they did not earn. Power in the hands of one who did not acquire it gradually is often fatal to success. Quick riches are more dangerous than poverty. Wowzers. I never heard that before. Quick riches are more dangerous than poverty. Wow. This is why you always see when those kids, I don't even want to talk about Hollywood, but I'm going to leave it like that. Nepotism. That's why, now it makes sense when you be hearing like these millionaires talking about, oh no, my kid's gonna work. I pay him allowance to do this and to do that, because this right here, possession of power that was not acquired through self effort. They want to teach them the importance of being able to earn something through effort, or but what? Okay, hey TWC, thank you for being here. Number 27, intentional dishonesty. How many people, oh my goodness, how many people do this? There is no substitute for honesty. One may be temporarily dishonest by force of circumstances over which one has no control without permanent damage. But there is no hope for the person who is dishonest by choice. Sooner or later, his deeds will catch up with him, and he will pay by loss of reputation and perhaps even loss of liberty, which is freedom. Wowzers. Sooner or later, his deeds will catch up with him. You ever met a person that you already know the answer to, and they just keep talking, keep lying? And let's just talk about relationships. How about that? You ever, sometimes the woman just stay there, and at one point she's gonna leave. She's gonna get up and exit stage left, and you're gonna be like, wow. How long you think, it is going to catch up to you? I would say sooner or later, those deeds will catch up. Then you will pay. Okay, number 28, egotism and vanity. These qualities serve as red lights which warns others to keep away. They are fatal to success. Ego. He got a big ego. I like people with big egos though. Okay, the next one, 29, guessing instead of thinking. Most people are too indifferent or lazy to acquire facts with which to think accurately. They prefer to act on opinions created by guesswork or snap judgments. Sometimes I do that. I need to work on that. Guessing instead of thinking. Give it a moment. You don't got to answer right away. Sometimes, and I'm learning to do that. When somebody asks me something, I'll be like, hold on, I'll get back to you. Because sometimes, you want to give, like, oh, yeah. And then not realizing, all right, I'm not even going to put all that flubber in it. Number 30, lack of capital. This is a common cause of failure among those who start out in business for the first time without sufficient reserve or of capital to absorb the shock of their mistakes and to carry them over until they have established a reputation. Some people buy things. How about this? You get a car. When you get that car, you need to know how to maintain that car. Maintenance, tires, oil change. Well, if you have a Tesla, you ain't got to worry about that. But oil change, brakes, you know what I'm saying? You got to learn how to maintain. Some people get these fancy things, but hello, do you have the capital to sustain? Do you have those resources? Do you have that money? Number 31. Under this, name any particular cause of failure from which you have suffered that has not been included in the foregoing list. Okay, so what is one of the reasons that you feel like, sometimes you fail? My list, I'm going to just share and be transparent, is really procrastination, lack of consistency, being around the wrong people at times, and what is the next one? Overdoing some things sometimes, I guess you could say overcautious, right? Overcautious. But I love this. Do you know your own worth? Man, know thyself. What is it? If you market merchandise successfully, you must know the merchandise. The same is true in marketing personal services. You should know all of your weaknesses in order that you may either bridge them or eliminate them entirely. You should know your strength in order that you may call attention to it when selling your services. You can know yourself only through accurate analysis. So, I'm gonna leave this, guys, because I gotta go and it's getting late. They're gonna be like, girl, where you at? Where you at? Where you at? And Merry Christmas Eve, guys. We just talking about getting that money. Not getting that money, but it's more to life than just getting money, right? Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. Amen. Okay. So I'm gonna leave you guys with these questions. Oh, not all of them. I'm just gonna go through a couple of them. You guys can answer that. And when I come back, because we're going to do this together, because what I said, we're going Think and Grow Rich 2026. New beginnings, new beginnings. Okay. Question number 1. Have I attained the goal which I established as my objective for the year, for this year? 2025. Have you attained any goals? Thank you, Ray Miller, for my floating heart. Shout out to you for still being here. So I got to go through that. Did I accomplish any goals for 2025? I think I did. It's not even I think. I know I did. So have I delivered service of the best possible quality of which I was capable, or could I have improved any part of this service? Have I delivered service in the greatest possible quantity of which I was capable? Has the spirit of my conduct been harmonious and cooperative at all times? Have I permitted the habit of procrastination to decrease my efficiency? And if so, to what extent? I'm going to just say this, going to the gym. I was doing so good January to April. And then, girl, summertime came along and I forgot about the gym. Have I improved my personality? And if so, in what ways? By not taking getting angry at stupid stuff. Have I been persistent in following my plans through to completion? No. Have I reached decisions promptly and definitely on all occasions? Have I permitted any one or more of the 6 basic fears to decrease my efficiency? Have I been either overcautious or undercautious? We ain't going to go through all these questions, but if you would like the whole list of questions, I will send it to you. So you can just send me a little email or whatever, and I will send it to you. I'm gonna just hold on. I'm gonna show you guys the 6 basic fears before we leave. Before I leave this live. Thank you guys for being here. Show me some love. Put some hearts. Put some likes. Hold on. Where is it? I messed this bug up. Oh, right here. The 6 basic fears. The fear of poverty, the fear of criticism, the fear of ill health, the fear of a loss of a love of someone, the fear of old age, and the fear of death. So these are the 6 basic fears which every human suffers at one time or another. Most people are fortunate if they do not suffer from the entire list. So, yes, the fear of poverty. Those are the, but I just want to leave that with you guys, because I know people are like, what are the fears? What are the 6 basic fears? But yeah, we're going to finish this up because it is getting late and your girl got to go. Jason, thank you. Yes, I do see you here. Timmy Man, Byron B. Davis. I don't know who that is, but hey, it is, I guess it is me. I am here. Thank you for being here. And yes, we are going to think and grow rich in 2026. Even if you make an extra $10. You know, it's not about the quantity, it's about the quality. And also, how you feel inside, right? Like, listen, but Merry Christmas, guys. Merry Christmas Eve. And if you want to see something tomorrow, go to the movies. Marty Supreme is in theaters. Dream big. Dream big. All right? The sky is not the limit. The sky is not the limit. And yeah, thank you for being here, and make sure you guys like, subscribe, and show some love. And thank you for my gifts, and I will be back, if not tomorrow, very soon. So Merry Christmas, happy holidays. Bye-bye.